Have you ever thought about what you're missing when you're zooming by everything at such breakneck speeds? What about the wallflowers, the tiny solitary species that are hiding underneath the great masses of flowers? Well, in order to see those, you have to do what I like to call Breakdown Botany. Do whatever it takes to get you to stop. I mean, forget to put air in the slow leak of the left rear tire. Drink 2 gallons of water before you leave the house. Whatever it takes to get you to stop and get out of the car. And when you do, you might find something like this. This one's called Papago lily, or sometimes wild hyacinth. It's one of the few bulbs that we have in the Sonoran desert. This is a really beautiful field of Mexican gold poppies. Look at the way that they're backlit by the sun like this. This is just incredible. And right next to it are the blue-violet flowers of wild heliotrope, sometimes called Phacelia. The botanical name is Phacelia. And it has this interesting scorpioid inflorescence because the flower cluster sort of turns around like a scorpion's tail. Oh, here's one here. This is called crane's bill because it has a fruit just like a crane's bill. The other common name for it is called filary. Hey, I promised you we were going to see some belly flowers, and here's one right here. This one's called sleepy catchfly. And the reason they call it that, it has this sticky region that actually traps insects. Here's a couple right here that are dead and attached to the plant. And this is something I learned from a birder who's also someone who likes wildflowers. You take a pair of binoculars, flip them around backwards, look through the larger lens, it acts as a magnifier. Let's meet Dr. Frank Crosswhite. He's curator of botany at Boyce Thompson Arboretum. Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Is it mainly rainfall that will make or break a good wildflower year in the Sonoran Desert?
Rain is the decisive factor, but it's not just the amount, it's the timing.
What do you mean by timing?
Well, for flowers to be blooming in the spring, they had to have germinated back in the fall. So you want good rain in October and November if possible.
So after the seeds germinate in the fall, then you have to have a certain amount of rainfall during the winter to keep the plants growing so that they'll be ready to flower in the spring?
That's right. Half an inch of rain every 2 or 3 weeks would be ideal.
And then once the plants are flowering in the spring, you need a certain amount of rainfall to keep them flowering, right?
A little extra rain at the end will really help the season progress and also will provide really good seed for the next year.
That was really good information, Frank. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
With so many wildflowers, so little time. Boy, that statement was never more true in the few brief months of the spring wildflower season. Well, which reminds me, I still got to finish this roll of film. Still a few that I haven't found yet.